Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of heavy Taurus placements in your chart. One way you can check is you can always download the CoStar app. It'll give you a nice breakdown of your natal houses and also some daily advice on what your strengths and weaknesses might be according to your specific chart, not just your Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. Another way you can find it out is through cafeastrology.com, where you can get a free chart there. And then that's when I start fading away. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well with the current circumstances going on in the world. I'm going to try posting more often now that I do not have work. So this is now something I can really dive fully into, which is something that I'd been curious if that was going to happen for a while. So yeah, I'm here to help you. If you need anything, I'm here. I do have some new stuff in my description link down below. There is going to be a link for my website, which I just launched. There's 3 types of readings you can choose from. I am open to working with people who have been financially impacted at this time by the current state of the world. Just let me know what's going on, and I am more than happy to help you. There also is going to be a link to my Instagram page on that website. You can view my daily card pulls as well as my weekly kind of like choose your own adventure card reading. So yeah. Also, there's going to be links for the decks that I use, so you can go directly to the people or the creators and support them at this time if you do enjoy these decks. And with that being said, I'll get started on your reading. I feel like I'm pretty spacey at this point in the day. I was already spacey during, I think, Aquarius's or Pisces video, and now I'm just really getting to that point. Happens when you've been doing them all day. We do have a full moon happening in Libra on the 7th of this month that will highlight relationships of all kinds. There could be a lot of tension, I will say, with this full moon, so be aware of that. Because I think we also, I can't remember if it's like a conjunction or a square that's happening with Mars and Uranus, but it's a tense conjunction or a tense square. I'm gonna have to look more into that. Show me what's going on for Taurus for the first 2 weeks of April, April 1st to the 15th. Show me what's going on for Taurus. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse, so you could be feeling a sense of dissatisfaction or almost like something might be out of your reach. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take these. We have the Eight of Wands as well, so that could be a lot of movement for you, and the Tower. Be really careful that you're not going to be burning yourself out at this time. If you are somebody who still has the ability to work, or if you are working from home, be careful that you're not burning yourself out. I feel like you could be getting some uncomfortable news. But I think it's news that needs to be received. This could also be really difficult conversations. If you've been in a position where you might be, you know, using substances a little more than usual, maybe having more than a glass of wine, maybe having like 6. Take it how it resonates. It could be something where there could be some intense conversations coming up surrounding that situation. Whatever it is, it's unexpected news, and it comes very quick out of nowhere, so could be tension, could be arguments. Let's see what's blocking you here. That's a lot of cards. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse, so yeah, there could be some issues here. We have the Six of Cups, maybe even surrounding children or a past love relationship or situation. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. And we have the Two of Cups. So this could be a very specific situation that you have with somebody who you might consider a soulmate, somebody who you have a deep connection or bond with. There could have been some tension building for a while, and maybe now it's coming to the surface, but I think that there are going to be some things that are going to be discussed within the relationship. Probably around the full moon. So let's see what's happening in your emotional sector. We have the Ten of Pentacles. You might be doing well financially right now. You could also be up for a promotion in the near future once things get back to normal. Knight of Swords in reverse. You might have also become a workaholic. Chariot in reverse. And the Eight of Swords. You have a lot of cards in each section, so I feel like you might be having a complicated or multi-layered issue. There might be a lot of factors that go into what you're dealing with. It's one of those things where I feel like you're being pulled between doing what's best for everybody, but also doing what's best for yourself, which is kind of what this full moon's also about. Let's see what's happening in the recent past. You might also be stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. Maybe there's something that you're wanting to end and you can't. It's going to be for a very specific person out there. Let's see what happened in the recent past. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse, so I do feel like you were doing well for a while. I think that maybe you were in a mode of keeping yourself busy. So it was kind of, you know, you didn't really have to defend yourself or protect yourself from anything because you were always too busy. You were too busy to really get caught up in anything, any drama. Let's see what's happening in your higher self sector. Queen of Cups. I keep getting this energy of, and Death in reverse. I keep getting this energy of overconsumption. If you have issues with overconsumption, I think now would be a really great time to deal with that issue. With Queen of Cups in the upright and Death in the reverse, there's a long-standing issue surrounding maybe your feelings or how you deal with your feelings, whatever that means for you, right? It could be sexual, it could be through substances, it could be through spending money, it could be through taking care of other people to detriment of yourself. But whatever it is, there's an issue here that hasn't changed for quite some time, and I think it's an issue that does need to be addressed. It needs to be addressed before it gets addressed in a very unhealthy and unexpected way. Through an unforeseen event or circumstance. Let's see what's happening in the near future here. We have the Ten of Cups, so I do think that no matter what, there is going to be a happy outcome. Which I like. I like that that means that there's going to be something here that you're going to kind of like pull it together, right? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely not going anywhere. So I think you're going to see these problems or issues through. I just think that you might have kind of one of those moments where things get shaken up or you become a little unsettled. There possibly could be some arguments that take place as well. Let's see what's happening in your emotional sector. We have the Artist, we have Justice, and we have the World. So I feel like there's something here where it's like you have this long-term goal in sight that you haven't necessarily been able to achieve yet, but you're still in the process of creating the world that you want. I do think that also is about you fixing certain issues or fixing yourself in a certain way. I feel like who you are now is very different from who you used to be. And I definitely think you've made great strides in these accomplishments. But at the same time, there's also that tendency to kind of maybe fall back into old patterns when things get really tough or when you get overwhelmed. Let's see what's happening around you in your environment. We have the Three of Cups. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Three of Wands. I feel like the people around you are very supportive of you. If you are in a position of leadership, I feel like people listen to what you have to say. But I do think you might have to like come down a little bit on them, because with the Three of Cups, to me, sometimes that can be a very like siren-esque energy. It's almost as if there could be a group of individuals that is doing things and they're having a great time and they're just like in a really great mood, but then you have to step in and kind of dictate the direction or route that they go in. But they feel like they pull you into that energy too. Like I feel like that you can be a little distracted here sometimes. Like you're trying to balance out both sides of that, right? Like you're trying to get your shit done, you're trying to go in the direction that you need to go in, but you also want to be a part of that other energy as well. Let's see what's happening in your hopes and fears. Queen of Swords, really intense communication. Ace of Cups, coming from a place of love. And then the Star in the reverse, but they might, I don't want to say dampen your dreams a little bit, but it might be some tough energy that calls you out on something that needs to be taken care of or healed or fixed. Maybe also you're afraid that you'll never live up to someone else's expectations as well. So let's see what's in the far-reaching outcome here. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. We have Strength. If you want to be successful in what you're doing, Knight of Wands and Nine of Pentacles in reverse. If you want to be successful in what you're doing, and you want to be successful in the direction that you're going in, I think you need to address these issues head on. Because there's a sense of commitment that you're needing to make to a long-term goal that I think you've had issues overcoming. And I think you're going to have the strength to do it. I think you're going to pull through, but it's almost like there's still this energy of oscillating between these two things. You can never actually stick to it. It's almost like you fall back and then you go, you know, forward again, and then you 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Maybe that's a song that you need to listen to. But there's this essence of like, I feel like you follow the energy around you, or you're very influenced by the energy around you, so it's very hard. It's very difficult. I mean, I do think that you stepped into a new level of authority within that energy where it's not always something that you give into, but at the same time, it still has a tendency to pull on you. I'm going to pull some clarifiers here for some of this. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups and Death in the reverse for the higher self. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups and Death for the higher self. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse, there's that issue. Ten of Cups in reverse. What you do affects your environment, please understand that. Queen of Wands. What you do affects your environment. I almost said infects. I think you need to start taking control of these situations or these issues. And if this isn't you, this might be another person. But either way, there's someone here who isn't very happy. But at the same time, it's like they can't change certain things in order to get to that place. And they're trying really hard, but they keep falling back. Let's clarify the Three of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Three of Wands for the environment surrounding you. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. There's a need to cut something out or to see the truth of a situation. We have the Emperor, fully step into that authority and power. And we have the King of Wands. Yeah, step into that authority or power. You might also be dealing with either a higher up, a boss, a father, someone who has more authority than you do. There might be some more significant cuts that are being made. There might be somebody who dictates the direction of something. It's very much so an energy of like playtime is over. So if any horsing around has been happening in your environment, I think that's going to be dealt with in a very definitive way. Like there's no coming back from it. So in your far-reaching outcome, let's clarify the Hierophant in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. I want to see what we can do to change this. The Magician, yeah, it's going to be up to you to take control, to really manipulate your environment. Justice, set the wrongs right. And the Hierophant, and fully commit. You got to fully commit to what it is that you need to do if you want to get the outcome you desire. You have to manipulate the circumstances. You have to make the choice. It's all up to you. So let's see what some confirmation cards are here. We have Grow. We have Time. And we have Surrender. So I feel like it's definitely time for you to grow out of these old habits. It's almost like surrendering to the process. If you have things that are falling out of your life at this time, they're falling out of your life for a reason. Into the void. Yeah, there's some uncertainty looming in front of you. And it's like you're not going to know the outcome because it's up to you to dictate the outcome. Forked tongue in reverse. Somebody might be saying some pretty intense things. There might be a lot of intense communication for sure coming up. That's a lot of cards. Open up your heart. I think you need to be honest with the people in your environment, especially if some of them are having issues with overconsumption, or if that's you. I think everybody needs to kind of get real right now and discuss what the issues are. 3 final cards here for Taurus. We have Shield. I do think you need to protect yourself, or at least look out for yourself at this time. We have Magnet, because whatever it is that you are doing is affecting the outcome. Explorer, and I think you need to go into uncharted territory. Whatever this issue is that you keep oscillating back and forth in between, I do feel like that if you were to just confidently move forward, you could conquer the issue. I think you're about to be exploring a new facet of yourself, or maybe a new facet of who you can be in your own environment, or maybe even the lengths at which you can go to and the strength that you have to overcome any obstacle that's present for you right now. There is a level of mastery here that is going to be happening if you can just step up to the plate. Okay, Taurus, thank you for joining me. I will be obviously posting videos again very soon. If you did like this video, please like, share, subscribe, or comment down below if this fits to your situation. If you have any questions or concerns, you can also share those as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.